We are at Peshastin Pinnacles State Park. I'm going to climb on that a little bit this afternoon. Nothing looks extremely difficult. It looks like it's a good place to just kind of mess around. First, I'll show you my home. It's a 2001 Toyota Tundra, long bed, V6, two-wheel drive. I keep 13 gallons of water up front. Behind the seat is pretty packed with tools in case of emergency breakdown, that sort of thing. There's a 120 amp inverter underneath the front seat that manages powering and charging. And now I'll show you the back. There she is. This is kitchen. And this was the most recent thing. I keep one propane burner. This top comes all the way off to access pots and pans, pot and pan. And then it slides over. It's primarily so that when I'm in here and I can't have it is I can cook in there like that safely. And I can slide this so that I can access utensils, salt and pepper, things of that sort. The fuel's also tucked up underneath there, you can see that. It's a pretty functional little kitchen setup. Food storage is underneath the bed, I'll show you that in a minute. Yes, that is shag carpet. Okay, this is my bed and living quarters. I maintain a Wi-Fi system, wireless. It's through T-Mobile. It's not cheap, but it provides me with an opportunity to take my Wi-Fi everywhere that I go. Doesn't work everywhere, but so far it's been pretty convenient. My computer, my tablet, that's pretty sweet. So I really don't use much more than Netflix and YouTube. I don't spend a lot of time in here hanging out. It's snug. Underneath there's a small inverter that goes onto a DeWalt battery. You can see that. That powers it's powering that light, it's powering the Wi-Fi right now, and it will also charge another device and last long enough before I need to charge it again. It's functional. I will probably move to a bigger power supply. I've got my eye on a couple. I just am not sure which one I will invest in yet. That is that. I will now show you where all my stuff is. My clothes, my food, storage, necessities, stuff like that. There, you got to see my linen closet. It works. I got this idea. I was in the Navy years and years ago on submarines, and in the berthing spaces for the grunts, this is kind of how it worked. You had to lift your mattress up and all of your stuff went underneath. Works really, really well for a compact space. So that's what we did. So that's the home. I did make this 100% independent. So, like I said, there is a shower, a sun shower up front. That's my toilet. I'm not going to explain much more, but I can use it inside. So, the idea was to be able to not have to rely on anything external, and I think we're pretty much at that point. So, I'm going to take a few minutes and explain to you cost and a few of the other things that I just can't quite show you. Then I'm going to go climbing. So, the budget for the project, I didn't really have a budget. I knew what I wanted and I didn't want to spend a lot of money. Like there's a lot of stuff in here that's more than the $700 basically I came up with in terms of a number for what it cost, like the mattress, the pillow, you know, the lumber and fasteners for the framing and such, the carpets and the linen, stove, my chairs here, you know, my water jugs, lavatory and bathroom stuff. That all kind of equated out to about $700. Now, there's all the electronic stuff, batteries, inverters, all the other supplies that came along with stocking it so that we can do this trip. Of course, that's all going to have to get maintained. And then it doesn't include the kitchen stuff with the exception of the stove. I keep a pot, a pan, a 14-inch cast iron skillet, a 14-inch griddle that can go out over a fire. And then there's probably a little elaborate in terms of how much I keep in my kitchen. I like flavor. I eat mostly like canned meats and dried rice, and then high calorie chips, cookies, stuff like that. I only eat once a day. I do intermittent fasting. Occasionally I might go out to a restaurant or have an oatmeal in the morning if I have maybe a big trip, but for the most part, especially when I'm on the road, I eat once a day. It makes things super easy, and I can eat whatever I want. Pretty tasty usually. Got to keep the calories up. So, yeah, the food system is dialed in. I used this last night for the first time. I went to Stevens Pass last night for the first leg of the trip, and cooked steak bits and steamed some sourdough bread inside while it was raining. It worked pretty good. So yeah, my sleep system is the other part that I didn't want to skimp on. That is a regular sized twin mattress. The linens all match. The curtains in there, the linens on the bed, the comforter, all that. Like it all just kind of had to match and look cozy, comfy. When it's like that, this isn't my first road life, van life situation. You can actually see when it was my first, a Honda Pilot. I had a 2005 Honda Pilot. I didn't know anything about this kind of life, and it was circumstantial, financial issues, big time. So, you know, I did what I could, lived within my means, and it was rough. And then I went into I upgraded into a smaller vehicle, the Toyota Matrix. I still have that car. I love that car. But after everything in my Honda Pilot, I was able to really refine. I had a smaller vehicle, So I needed to refine things, and I had learned some stuff from, that 6-8 months in the Honda Pilot. And then I spent, I think, 3 years in my Matrix. And that life shifted. Joined up with a lot of stuff happened, and I was just doing regular rental house living. I want to change in careers, so that's kind of why I'm doing this now. I'm not going to explain too much about what and why I'm going south down to the Mojave to basically volunteer my way into maybe a paid position as a guide. It's kind of the long and the short of it. So I'm going to live this way. And to me now, what is a mansion? And this truck is huge compared to the other stuff that I've lived out of. It's very, very comfortable, very, very functional. Yeah, I guess that's it. That's the long.